Hey, welcome to Back to the Podcast. So you did not know what happened. We are starting a recording over, but we are back. So
Technical difficulties.
technical difficulties. So now stream can hear. We can start from the beginning. But yes. So welcome to TNF season 4, episode 10. We're in the back half of the season with our co-host Faye, but we have no guest. So welcome, Faye.
Welcoming me as if I'm not here every month.
True, you're you're here, everyone. But yeah, maybe it was the scene transition when I was trying to switch scenes and everything went really,
Oh,
really off the
oh
rails.
yeah.
So, but yeah, all right. So today's episode is kind of like a recap episode because a lot of things happened in October. Faye got to see Wicked, as now I have to correct myself, for the first time in since 20 years of wanting to see Wicked. So
Yeah, buddy.
so that was the highlight.
Heck
Yeah. And also after that she had a PAX gaming convention where she went for 3 days, which was a lot for her and Faye, and
yeah.
she
Yeah, that was
survived
so
that
much
also.
packs.
Survived
That
that
was so
also.
much packs.
Yes, and then also we are in the middle of the holiday season, so Thanksgiving just occurred for us. Christmas will be right around the corner, so we're going to discuss about holidays and things that happen during the holidays. So welcome. So just to go over everything we haven't talked about since the last 10 minutes. Wicked. Oh my god, Wicked.
Yeah.
So 20 years
I'm
in
okay with
the
recapping.
20 years in the making, everything. Got to see it. You are so super excited. Go over again your expectations going there. And give us a recap again for the audience of why it's been the first time in 20 years.
Okay, so recap. I fell in love with the Wicked book when I was about 15 years old, which, side note, I had no business reading that book at 15. That is definitely an adult book. Luckily, I was so naive and innocent at the time that all of the graphic stuff just went right over my head. But I remember when I was reading the book at school one day, someone came up and was like, "Oh, are you reading that because of the play?" And I'm like, "What play?" Looked into it. It's a musical. Got the soundtrack. Been in love ever since. And yeah, various times opportunities to get to see that play had come up, but life happens and people happens, and I kept getting
Yanked, right?
This close, and then snatched away.
So wait, even like buying, well, the first time you had to kind of what, refund a ticket?
The second time that it came through Atlanta,
Yeah.
I actually did get tickets. And then my mother decided to be my mother and do what she does. And I had to give up my tickets. So that was really frustrating because I was planning this like whole big magical night. It was supposed to be actually a birthday present for my younger sister, because over the years because at this point it had been like 5-ish years that I had been like super obsessed with the play, and because of me playing the soundtrack so much, my sister had learned the soundtrack. She had become a fan. So with her birthday, like literally the week of her birthday, the play was going to be in Atlanta, and I was like, "Oh, I'm going to make this a whole thing." And
Wait, did she end up going or did you?
my sister did end up going.
Okay.
Yeah. My original plan, I had reserved a limo to come pick us up from our house and drive us down into Atlanta, drop us off at the restaurant that I had made reservations for her and I at, which was like 2 or 3 blocks away from the theater. So we were going to eat dinner, walk over to the theater, watch the play, and then I had the limo gonna take us home. That was the original plan. But I told my sister that I was like trying to make this work, and I was like, if I do this, this is going to be your birthday present, your Christmas present. Like, don't expect anything else from me for the rest of the year. Like, I'm done. And I had the tickets, and I was telling my mother about this plan because I was so excited to get to do this for and with my sister. And my mom decided to do what my mother does. And she made me sell off the tickets and cancel the whole night. My mom liked taking money from me. So
it was the money issue, yeah.
Yeah, my mom made up some debt that I owed her, which I didn't owe her any money, but like when you're living under their roof, it doesn't matter.
Right.
I was like 19. So it's like, what am I gonna do? I pay her, she kicks me out. Side note, she ended up kicking me out anyway. But that was where I was at. So I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm selling this off so that I can give my mom that money instead. And luckily, a friend of mine was going. It was a different night, but a friend of mine was going with her family, and one of her family members had dropped out. And she mentioned how they had this extra ticket they were trying to sell. And I'm like, can I buy it from you? And because this was my best friend, I literally called her mom. They gave me the family member only charged me like $50 because I was such a known name to the family. And I was like, that's my sister's, like, take care of her. So she got to see it.
Okay.
So, because I felt bad because I had told her I was doing this for her birthday. So like,
that makes sense. So. Yeah, because it's her birthday. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. And I had told her about it, and I was like trying to get her all hyped up. And like I told her, I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, mom did this, and I won't be able to do the whole night, but I still managed to do this, and you'll be taken care of. And I will still drive you down there. I'll give you money for like concession. And my friend and her mother brought her home when the play was done.
Makes sense.
So that I didn't have to like sit in Atlanta. That was the closest I got to go myself. Because like I said, I had the tickets.
Yes.
The other times didn't quite have the tickets, but like was making plans like actively, and then it just didn't happen. So that was the closest one though. And this is why when Ty's like, yeah, we're gonna go, and I'm like, until we're there,
I'm going to
I don't believe it, because that's how close I got, Ty.
I know, that's so close. You got that far, and you're
I
like,
had
no.
Everything reserved, tickets bought, and still didn't get it. So I genuinely, like, we were on the train to New York, and I was still thinking in my head, okay, what's gonna go wrong here?
Wow.
Like, I at least knew we were gonna be spending the weekend in New York, but I was expecting something to happen, and it was gonna be like, well,
yep. Mm-hmm. So like the accusation of the fear, because we talked about it before, but the like, I think the experience was also very, like, magical, right? Because you're like, turn the corner, see the sign, and like, you walked around, and you're like, we're in line, and then we walked in. Like, just describe that more.
Yeah, so Ty and I were walking from our hotel to the theater, and we turned the corner, and I saw the sign like up the side of the building. I don't know what those kind of signs are called. The
like
big neon.
I don't know. It's not a marquee, is it?
I don't know if it's a marquee.
Well, you didn't necessarily saw it because you're like, we're going this way, and I'm like, Faye, over there, and I pointed.
Yeah,
and you looked up.
Like, we had to turn, and you had to like turn me around, and then I could see it.
Yeah.
And like when I saw it, I stopped. I was like, oh, it's so pretty. Ty didn't notice it first, and he was walking. He told me later that he like turned around because he realized I wasn't behind him. And some other girls who were like walking in that direction was like, oh, she stopped to take a picture, and he had to come back and get me.
Yeah, exactly. There are many events of this where Faye was taking a picture. I walked off and like, I have to wait for Faye. She's somewhere taking a picture of something.
This was also my first time in New York City.
True.
So I was taking a lot of pictures. I'm like, that they just look cool to me. I'm sure if I lived there, I'd be like, oh, this again. But
Yeah.
yeah, so like we're like just seeing the sign, I was like, oh my god, this is happening. And then, we're standing in line, the line starts moving. We enter through the front doors, and there's like, you enter through the front doors, there's a staircase, and it goes up, and then it splits, and that wall at the back of the staircase is just the map of Oz. Like from the original print of the Wicked book, because I know it's had a few different prints now, and I don't know if they all have the map, but the original print that I had when I was 15, the first pages, when you open the book, it goes, title page, dedication page, map. And it's exactly as I remember it. It was so pretty.
Wait, computer.
I was so excited.
Mom's getting an actual new computer? AFK, what? Okay.
I told you she was getting a new computer. She said so up there.
Okay. But yeah, the map, and then inside the escalator going up, and then... Because we actually saw a diorama of the whole, I guess, theater design.
That was the next day. Yeah. Yeah, and that was really cool. I think I have a video of that on my phone. I like circled it and took video of the diorama of the entire theater. Really cool. Yeah, just
No, go ahead.
I'm just saying, like the map was so. I remember like put my hands on the wall. I was just like, oh my god, this is like a permanent thing. That's what I realized. It wasn't until I saw it on the wall that I realized that like a theater on Broadway only really does one play.
Yes.
But like until I saw that on the wall, I did not realize that. I thought, because like the signs, they could be LED, because I know at least one of the signs was LED because it was like moving. So like in my head, I'm like, oh, okay, they just changed the stuff out here, and then there was the posters on the pillars outside, and that's not that hard to change out. But when you get inside and you see that painted wall, I'm like, oh, this is like a permanent fixture here. This just like Wicked just lives here. You can't do anything else in here.
That's true.
Which floored me, because like the only plays I've seen are like school productions or like volunteer like hobby productions, nothing professional before.
Yep. And then the extension of the seats, because you haven't been in the theater before, where we sat was probably like a good place, because you weren't.
I really liked our seats.
Yeah. Because we weren't too close, we weren't too far away, we weren't high up, because you'd be totally terrified if we were high up.
Yeah, like we weren't up in the mezzanine.
Yeah.
Which was my only request. I was like, please don't put me up high.
Yeah, don't put me up high.
Like, I will be scared the entire time. Don't do that to me.
Yes.
Yeah, we were like right in the middle and right by the aisle, which was really nice because like I don't like climbing over people, so I didn't really want to be in the center of the aisle. So I was really glad we were like right at the end.
Yep.
We were far enough back that we could see the whole stage and the sides of the stage, because the play actually uses that a lot. I don't know if that's normal on Broadway.
What, to use the
it's
sides?
Not normal in the productions that I have seen in the past, using the sides like they do.
Yeah, I think people use the sides, even if they have it, the space. So it's normal for the plays I've seen. So like it's like the whole stage.
This is my first Broadway, so I don't.
You're like, I have no comparison, Ty. Don't rub it in.
No, I mean, I definitely want to go back to Broadway and see more plays, now, especially now that I live in a place that's so close.
Yes.
I love musicals.
Yeah.
Like, I love musicals. I want to go see more of them.
Chad, there's been times where I've been sitting here and Faye's in the back, and she starts singing towards a musical. I can hear everything from back there up to here. So I'm like, oh,
are you complaining?
I'm not. I'm just pointing out that you like to sing a lot.
No, that's me checking in. Are you complaining? Because I can like.
Oh, no, you're fine. I don't care. You would hear me if I care. I just like, hey, Faye's singing again, No, you told me the first time, like, just to recap, because if you didn't know, Faye's my roommate. She lives in the back half of the house. She came at one time because like she didn't realize I was home, and she was like, I've been singing this whole time and I forgot you were here. I was like, yeah. So I'm like, I'm really more comfortable now, and that's great. And it's like a breakthrough. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, good for you. And then she just went back and I was like, yeah.
Yeah. No, it was the first time I realized I felt safe in this house.
Yeah.
Because like I usually was like very careful to make sure no one was home if I was going to be singing, and did not do my due diligence that day.
True.
I thought I'd heard you left. I didn't hear you come home.
Yeah, there's a thing with that. Where every time I leave, they come back. She's like, they have no idea if I'm back. Like one time, like, I was going to make dinner, and she's like, "Stay home," and then TV's on. She walks downstairs and sees me passed out on the couch. It's like you're home. It's like things like don't notice because I guess the way that the house is designed, like if you don't hear or pay attention, someone could come in from the back or come back home, and you're like, "Oh, someone's here." So yeah.
Oh no, yeah, that reminds me of that time so we have a lot of smart gadgets, and one of our locks Ty can control from his phone. And I had a friend that was coming over to hang out, and Ty wasn't home, and so like we keep everything locked up. And I'm in my office getting ready, and all of a sudden I heard footsteps coming up the stairs. The panic! I panicked.
Yes.
I started looking around. I found my box cutter on my desk. My friend luckily called out as he turned the corner heading toward, because like I was trapped back here, right? Because like if someone's coming up the stairs, there's no way for me to exit that doesn't involve me passing by the stairs. So I was feeling very caged. Also, my office is the furthest back, so leaving my office puts me in direct conflict with anybody that's coming up. So yeah, luckily my friend said something as they were rounding the corner, because I was ready to stab someone because I knew I was home alone.
True.
Like for a fact. I was like, who?
Yep.
I thought someone had broken into the house. I was
think it was
so
that
ready
when I
to
was
rumble.
when I was on the New York. Yeah, it was in New York the first time, right?
You were at Comic-Con, yeah. So I was home alone for the whole weekend. All of a sudden, there's just clunk, 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 clunk. I'm like, well, I know that's not Ty. I was prepared to fight.
I would not want to be that person.
You'd have come home to blood-stained floors.
Yeah, blood-stained floors, yeah. But
luckily that didn't happen.
That didn't happen at all. But yeah. All right. Well, like the emotional reaction, because like going to Wicked, like when were you? I don't know. I think I checked you halfway through the first act.
Halfway through the first act.
Yeah.
I don't know. I cried multiple times during this play, not because the play was, I mean, it definitely had some moments that just made you cry because it was sad. But like, I was just crying from sheer joy of finally being there. And it was so pretty.
Yeah. So, yeah. I just know, and like everyone listening, you should have seen it after. She was like, I'm so happy. She was literally twirling in the hotel room after we got back, saying like, it's like, and then like, can I say what you said? Because you said something, and you're like, do you remember what you said?
Oh, I think I know. Go ahead.
Okay, so you said, this is more happier than being proposed to. I was more. So she has an ex, so they were meant to be married, but they broke up. But at this point, it's like that event up, that proposal, and Wicked was like higher than that. I was like, oh wow, all right, that means I was pretty good then. And he was like, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it was an amazing night. It was magical.
Yeah,
it was
there you
best
go.
night.
All right, so kind of narrow down performances, and we talked to you. You listen to the main soundtrack so often, like the actors. So can you comment on the actors or the singers and the actors and actresses that played the parts in this play?
Yeah, I would say so. like obviously the soundtrack, like that's the original cast, and they are the like original interpreters of all of the characters. So every person who does the play after the original cast, and I know this is how it goes for pretty much any play. Everybody who does it after the original cast is going to do some variation of the original interpretation by the original actors. And like, yeah, they'll bring some of their own person. Like, I'm not going to say anybody was like 100% on, but like a lot of the times, at least from what I've heard, people compare like, how does it compare to the original?
Right.
So the Galinda actress, phenomenal, genuinely hit all of the vibes that I expected from listening to the soundtrack for 20 years. You could have told me that girl was the original and I would have bought it. She did so good. And I honestly think Galinda's probably one of the more I think she actually might be the more difficult character to get correctly, because I know a lot of people see her as like just the airhead, and she's not. Galinda's character is actually exceptionally smart and calculated. And like, yeah, she's a little self-absorbed, but like the airheadedness is a calculated personality trait. And she managed to portray that perfectly. Like perfectly. When she was in airhead mode, when you first meet her and she's in airhead mode, you're like, oh yeah, this is a ditz. And then you start seeing her be smart and you're like, oh no, she's manipulative.
All right, so
10
everyone's
of 10.
watching. She is, it's kind of hard to tell because I'm trying to bring it up, but it's really tiny. Allie Trim, so she's like right below, it's hard to tell because it's smaller on the capture. But she was in, let's see, 13 the musical, Bye Bye Birdie. Opera includes Evolution of Man, Parade in Concert, Allegiance, Brighton Beach Memoirs. She's been a lot. She's been in film and TV too. But yeah, it's Allie Trim. That was Galinda.
The girl who played Elphaba was quite different.
Yes.
Like still true to character, but very different from original actress. But I think I kind of like her interpretation better. Like after having, like it was jarring at first, especially because her voice was so much lower than the original actress was. The original actress is more of a mezzo, and this actress very much an alto. So like sometimes when she went low, like I was like, oh, I would not be able to hit that note. But like once I got over the shock of just like the voice difference, she, I don't know how to describe the difference, but I felt it. It was good.
Okay.
Like,
so did a pretty good job.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
no, very much enjoyed it.
All right, so a little background. Let's listen to Kibet. I don't know how to pronounce it right. She is looks like first generation Ethiopian American. Graduated from Occidental College, majoring in diplomacy and world affairs and minoring in politics.
Oh wow! I mean, that would explain why she was so good at that, because it is an exceptionally political play.
Yes. Before America, she spent 5 transformative years in Hamilton. Angelica Schneider, previously woman number 5, so she played, Angelica Schneider.
Yeah.
So she was in Hamilton for at least a good 5 years before, but she'd also toured nationally and internationally for Runt. And also sang out backup for Beyonce Knowles Carter. So she has done
wow. Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, no, that is a resume. Damn.
Yep.
Good job.
So she is pretty good for the performance of Galinda.
I mean, like I said, her performance was phenomenal.
Yeah. Most definitely. So, in terms of the sets and everything, I really like the fact that they kind of use because you have to use your imagination in a lot of things. So there's only so much you can portray on stuff like
Yeah.
pulling the curtain back and then the shadows and everything, even like hanging up the I guess the scarecrow character or even the water falling onto her during that scene.
Hmm.
But yeah, but anything that surprised you with sets or pretty much anything accurate or what your thoughts?
Um, surprise. I don't know about surprise exactly. So I was saying earlier that like one of my favorite, like, I don't know if this is really set so much as like quick change type stuff. When they end of Defying Gravity, when they're doing the whole like guards are chasing Elphaba and Glinda, and then they bust in and they capture Glinda, and Elphaba's trying to get their attention, and all of a sudden she goes, whoop, and it's like 20 seconds earlier you were at the front of the stage and there was no wire. How did you do that? Like, that was good. Like, the trust you have to have in the stage hands
Oh yeah.
to let them harness you up in 10 to 15 seconds and then yank you 8 feet into the air. Couldn't be me.
Sure. Like the I guess the movie adaptation has a more we need to see how that's portrayed. Because definitely there's more area. I don't know.
I do not like the movie rendition of Defying Gravity.
Oh, you don't like it?
At all.
Right.
No. No. They destroyed that song in the movie.
Oh, okay.
I hate it so much. Also, hi Maka. I saw you slip in. They ruined the momentum of the song because they keep doing all of these flashbacks to her childhood, which is really annoying because she doesn't do that. That whole childhood, like, because I'm not talking like baby, like obviously the play has the like, this is how she came, she was born and she was born green. Like they have that thing, but there's no childhood part of the play. They also don't really do it in the book. Like, there's a few references, but it's more like telling you about her relationship with her parents, plural parents, and then like they move on. It's not a thing really. So like, why do they add that to the movie? And then it just destroyed the pacing of that song because they kept wanting to make all these callbacks because they had to make the time they had invested into making up this childhood worth it, but it ruined the momentum so much.
Okay. All right, I was going to comment on that, but I was thinking I was commenting on the flying aspect because like there's more.
I mean, they green screened it in the movie.
Yeah, they probably added it because there were people that didn't see the play or read the book. Possibly true, but all right, but
maybe. But the things that they added weren't in the book at all either.
Yeah.
Like none of that childhood stuff was her childhood is completely different either way, but she did not have some bear nanny.
Well, in terms of Defying Gravity, I liked that better when I was sitting further back because like when I was sitting right at the front, there's this one light that would just peer right at the orchestra, and I would be blinded because I couldn't see where Elphaba was.
Oh yeah,
because like that light was right in my face. So like further back, there's like a light. I guess
you can actually see what's happening on the.
Yeah, you can see what's happening because like the light. I guess there's another light that's shining back on her, so you can see, her up there, and it makes more sense. But I think you told me first, like that's so you don't see what's going on. I'm like, but I'm blinded. I'm like sitting back and like I can't see what's going on but the song was so pretty. I like the song too. It was very good song for the vision.
In the play version. Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
That's definitely the pinnacle of the entire play.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so we're going to cover the play. Let's talk about the side adventures being had because we had a couple side adventures. Getting there. So getting there, the train ride, like that was Do you have any expectations for the train ride? But you've been on trains before. Was this any different going
So
into New York?
before I moved to Pennsylvania, I had never been on a train before.
Oh, okay.
Unless you counted the like at a airport, the train between concourses, which is a totally different vibe.
That's a different vibe, yes.
Um
Yeah, it's a
So-
train. That's true. So, like, what is your expectation? Because, like, we've never been to New York, and we're going the train that's kind of like parallels and like cuts across eventually, because you can see the New York in the distance while you're traveling up the train. What are your thoughts?
I didn't really so much have expectation. Like, I guess I kind of expected it to be similar to the trains that we have up here, because I do take the train down to Philadelphia whenever I go down there, and so like that kind of matched up. I wish the windows were clearer. I really wanted to be able to look out the window because we were definitely going significantly faster than the trains here.
Mm-hmm.
And I really wanted to be able to like see the scenery passing by, but I don't know, like the type of, I guess it's a plexiglass or something.
Yeah.
You can't really see out of it. Everything's kind of like hazy.
True.
I guess is the best
Yeah.
word.
Yeah.
And I was a little disappointed by that, especially because, it was going to be my first time and I really wanted to like see it as we were going in. Then because going in New York, we managed to get seats that were actually like pretty well situated, like middle of the train. You could like, I was right by the window. I could see like down the windows and like, so that was,
that was like,
itself was fine.
Yeah. So like, I guess going in, did you expect the tunnel or like going into the tunnel area or expect to go underground?
No, I didn't know we were gonna go underground. I didn't know we were doing a subway type thing. I expected us to stay above the entire time.
All right,
like,
so then
it does make sense considering I also thought we were gonna be more on like the outskirts of the city, and that we were gonna have to I thought we were gonna have to get off the train and then like take the subway into where like the hotel was.
No.
So like once I realized, oh, this train station that we're going to is like, a few blocks from our hotel. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, no, the tunnel makes sense now.
Okay. What was your reaction when you stepped out into the city? When you looked up and saw the tall buildings?
That the buildings are so much taller here in Philadelphia, and Philadelphia is already very tall.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I've told the story on the podcast, but when I first moved here, I'd never done trains or anything like that, and I was looking for a job, and Ty was like, "Oh, make sure you like apply down to Philadelphia, and you can just take the, train." And I'm like, "I don't know how do you do trains?" So Ty planned out this entire like Philadelphia afternoon. That the sole purpose of the afternoon was to teach me how to use the train system.
Yes. Also, go to a conveyor belt sushi restaurant at the same time.
Well, yeah, we definitely knocked out two birds with one stone, but like the initial purpose was teach me how to use the trains. And like we were walking towards the sushi restaurant, and I stopped at one point because it was so disorienting with the buildings. They're so tall, and you look up and they're like, it feels like they're like doing this over you. I was like, I feel like the buildings are like leaning over me and they're gonna fall on my head.
Mm-hmm.
And New York's even worse.
True.
I have never felt as much like a country bumpkin as I did wandering the streets of New York.
Did you start to get any sensory overload when you first got out of the train station? Because there's a lot of noises and everything going on.
Absolutely. I had sensory overload the entire time we were there. Yeah, no, there's a lot going on, and it's so vastly different than anything that I'm used to.
Yeah.
Because like even Philadelphia, I'm not used to it. I've been down there like maybe 5 or 6 times since I've moved up here,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And so every time I go down, I have to adjust. And New York's so much more than that, even.
It is.
There's so many lights and music coming from every direction, coming out of every single shop, out of every single car, guys on bicycles there were people walking down the street carrying boom boxes. I didn't know people still did that. That was the most 90s fucking thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
What?
That was the thing too.
Like, it was wild.
All right, so let me get into the.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think that the funniest thing was when we left Wicked. There was the guy. He had the like electric bike, and he had the like 2-seater thing that he's pulling, and he was just playing Wicked music. I'm like, this dude knows who he's trying to get.
True. We did kind of like venture around like any other areas, like because the first time you're in Times Square too, right? Did you kind of like got around with like how big Times Square is?
Oh yeah, no, like I knew Times Square was big because we would, like, my family for New Year's Eve, we watched the Times Square ball drop because Georgia, same time zone. So like I'm used to seeing like the swaths of people from the aerial view. Like I knew it was big. I didn't know it was build a mini Christmas shopping center in the middle of it without interrupting traffic big. But exactly. Go off New York, I guess.
So yeah, so New York was pretty much a lot of noises, a lot of things you didn't expect, a lot of like fitting things into like a big city. Yeah, because the Christmas shop was like new to me too, because like we went, I guess one of those recent Times Square where they're like miniature stores where you could like buy college, like similar. Philly has the one downtown too, like in Malt Park, so like the similar concept of small little shops where you can buy trinkets or get like holiday type food and stuff. So yeah. Would you ever go back during Christmas time? Because I feel like Christmas time would be really packed. Like I don't know how would you. I feel like Faye would be like, there are so many people here. There are so many noises. There's so many things to look at. I don't know where to start.
So the way I'm feeling about New York right now is like visiting it is difficult because 1, it's pricey. And 2, in the time it would take me to adjust, it would be time to come home. However, if the cost of living there wasn't so expensive and I could move there, I think if you gave me like a week, I would thrive there. I loved walking around and seeing all of the stuff, and like I loved how much was on every block and how diverse every block was, and like stone's throw you could probably find anything you wanted.
Oh yeah.
I loved that. It would just take me some time to get adjusted to it, but man, if I could afford it, I think that would be really fun to live there.
All right, and then like the other side trip we went on to was the museum of Broadway. So like, what was your thoughts about that?
There's a lot of plays that I've never heard of that are there. I think so. We were on a little bit of a time crunch because I knew we had to leave that day, right? And there was a lot of history, written onto the walls. And I know that if I had stayed and read everything like I wanted to, because I in the first room we went into, I was trying to read everything, and I was like, I will never finish this. I will be here all day. I would like to go back and get to like actually read everything. But that would be like I am spending an entire day at this museum level of things.
Exactly.
It would probably take me 45 minutes each room, like minimum.
Oh, minimum. Did you, what were the costumes?
Oh my God, the costumes. So I have I have a fascination with fashion history, which you know this, Ty.
Yes.
And some of those costumes are so good. We passed this one. It was very much like a burlesque type dress. And I was admiring it because, like, from a historical fashion standpoint, I understand in theory the construction of this dress, but seeing an extant piece on the model feels so different. It was so pretty, and you can see the wear from, because it's a dress that was used to move and dance and, act in. And so you can see like where some of the seams had torn and been resewn. You can see where there was like sequence that was kind of missing and out of pattern. And it was like this tight kind of corset looking thing that had these big hips that were obviously made, well, I mean, I could tell they were made out of whalebone to keep the shape. Not dissimilar to like old hoop skirts and things.
Right.
And like, just seeing things like that was so cool. I don't get to see a lot of like extant pieces.
Yes.
So
there are many museums. Like, I feel like we just touched base on one. I feel like I went to, maybe there was I feel like there was a spy one. I don't know. I've never looked this up. But I know there's many museums in New York for sure.
we were seeing buses and things drive by with museum ads on them the entire time we were walking towards the Broadway one.
True.
It was cool seeing the progression because, like, as you go through the museum, it's the oldest plays and stuff first,
Yes.
and then it gets newer as you go. And seeing the progression of how costumes and stuff was done was very interesting. I was actually, I guess I shouldn't be surprised, but the more modern plays, it seems like the costume makers, they end up buying a lot of like off the rack stuff and then like distressing it or painting onto it or things like that. Yeah. Like, I think there was a jean jacket or something used in one that they had like an example of like the jean jacket as it was bought, and then the other half had been distressed like it would have been done for the play. Which makes sense now that I've seen it, but in my head, all of the costume pieces get made in-house. So I was like, oh, duh, no, like they just, if it's contemporary clothing, they just buy it off the rack. And like maybe alter it to fit the actors a little better or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know why that didn't occur to me, but it didn't.
True.
Now again, like that would be specifically talking about like a modern play that's using contemporary clothing. If it's a modern play doing historical, they're making that in-house.
Makes sense. True. Yeah. So the Spy Museum actually was in DC. I forgot where exactly I went to that one, but that was in DC.
Which museum?
It's like the museum like of like spy, like into espionage.
Oh, so cool.
There was one in what was it? One in DC, but I think like New York has like all the standard ones, like MoMA, the Guggenheim, like all the big art museums. But yeah, like there's a lot of museums definitely in New York. And then like the one place I did go the one year, I don't know if you ever seen, there's like the whole thing devoted to the Friends experience, which is all based on the show Friends. So you get to see everything from the Friends. But yeah, it was a very interesting, I guess, take on museums. So yeah, for sure. But yeah, so like the one thing I wanted to also mention, because I think you mentioned it on your stream, but the food. So that one meal you had. So so we like
the dessert.
But yeah, also let's talk about the sushi, because the sushi was also pretty good too. dessert was the highlight of
The sushi was good. The sushi was good. But then dessert hit the table.
Go ahead, describe dessert.
No, we'll start with the sushi. It was good sushi though.
Yeah.
The hamachi was really, really good. It was very, very fresh, which was, nice.
What did I have again? Was the Toro?
Yeah, you got a Toro roll, which for anybody who doesn't know sushi stuff, Toro is considered a delicacy. It's the fatty belly meat. And usually you would get it like sashimi or nigiri so that you can really savor it. There are levels of Toro. I'm thinking you got like the mid-level, which is chutoro, which is more common to see in a roll. Still very, very delicious, very tender. But yeah, no, that roll was very good. I really liked my roll too.
It melted in my mouth too, so it was pretty good.
Yeah, super, super fresh, very clean taste. And then we got dessert, and they had the marriage of two of my favorite dessert things. It was a matcha creme brulee. And I'm going to dream about that for the rest of my life. Because, oh my God.
Yeah.
I don't particularly enjoy sweets all that often. Like, I definitely hit my sugar threshold very quickly. I much prefer savory flavors. I do really like matcha. Like, my favorite ice cream is matcha ice cream. I like that, like, earthiness that's with it, and it's just like the very most subtlest of sweets. The marriage of creme brulee with the matcha was
it was to die for.
I've never thought of that before, but oh my God, I want that all the time.
And there's no way that could compare to Wicked. She's like, you can't compare food to Wicked.
No, you can't compare food to a experience. No, those are two very different things.
Yes, that's true. But yeah,
but it was so good.
And then the merch. I think you covered this on your stream, but can you recap the merch? So I got you two things, right? So the necklace.
Yes. So
and the cup. So yeah.
Yeah. This got me a witch hat. It has a charm with it as well.
Yes. So Wicked. Mm-hmm.
Yep. For the play. So I've got the necklace, and then I do have a mug. It is on the nightstand next to my bed at the moment. I will not be going to get it. And it's so pretty. Oh my God, it's so pretty.
Nice.
And I'm going to keep that with my collection of other Wicked things that I have, because I actually already have the Grimoire and the sheet music book.
Nice.
From that time when my friend went with my sister. My friend felt bad that I couldn't go, so she bought those two things for me.
Nice.
So it's like I have those, and I have a mug, and I have the necklace.
And now you have playbills in there too.
Yep, I have the playbills.
Yep. So
my collection grows.
It grows. So, like, I guess for timing purposes, I don't know, because I feel like I told you because I was going to take an overnight because the show was so late at the night. You feel like you could do this in a day? Because I feel like a day trip for this would be very exhausting for this particular show.
I mean, could I do it in a day? Yes. But I'm also much more of a night owl than you are.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I'm not saying it wouldn't be exhausting. It very much would have. But whether it would have been one day or 2 days, I still needed to rest when we came home.
Yeah.
So, true. But like, if my options are do it in one day or don't get to go, one day, totally doable. Absolutely. Okay. But if I have the ability to stay and get to see and do more things, duh.
Yeah, duh. All right. So yeah, there's definitely they might be back because there's definitely a lot more shows that you want to see, right? Because you went through the Broadway Museum. There's multiple shows that are currently on Broadway that definitely would require a trip back there. Okay.
Yeah, all they had a room at the museum that showed all of the current stuff. So that was cool.
Yep, I would need to continue crossing stuff off my list. I've seen so many. I mean, I've seen The Lion King. I saw Chicago, Shore Waitress. I saw Moulin Rouge. I saw Great Gatsby. I saw Wicked twice. And you realize I was going to see it twice? You're like surprised when I said I'm bad Wicked. And you're like, wait, you're seeing this twice?
I was surprised.
So there you go.
I
Only for you.
remembered you saying you were going to see a play during the Comic-Con week. I don't remember you saying it was Wicked that you were seeing.
Yes. I think that also meant when I saw Wicked the first time, it was like, I have to take Faye. I can't say I see Wicked. And she's like, this opportunity again. Because I came back from birthday and Wicked. So we were like, we're going also in November, a month after I saw it before. so yeah. All right. So there you go. So to recap, Faye loved Wicked. She enjoyed it. It was greater than being proposed to. She enjoyed a green tea or a matcha creme brulee. It was the best dessert ever in the world, apparently. So now she might go back for something else. You never know. We'll see. So we'll see on that. All right. So when you came back, you had PAX. So anyone doesn't know PAX, I guess PAX is kind of like a gaming convention. Could be from like
Yes,
any
it's
type of
ran
game.
by Penny Arcade.
Yeah.
People will tend to be more familiar with that because it's an online comic, or it started as that.
Yes. I feel like when I mentioned this to you the first time, you did not realize that PAX Unplugged was in Philly. So
I didn't. No,
Yeah.
no, I was not aware of that. Well, to be fair, I didn't know about PAX Unplugged. So I know PAX, or knew PAX, as a video game convention that also did have some board game stuff. I did not know they had a whole PAX that was just board games. That was cool to discover. And then on top of that, it being like in my backyard now.
Yeah, there you go. So, like, I guess, what was your experience going for 3 days? I don't think I ever done 3 days there. How was your experience?
It's fun, but it is so much walking.
Okay.
Oh my,
Yes.
and I still didn't see everything.
Yes.
That's the crazy part. I still didn't get to everything. It is so much stuff.
Like, did you go, what with, like, the side rooms and, like...
Yeah. So I didn't do like a full 3 days because I did have to work Friday and then take the train down.
Mhm.
So, like, maybe if I had like been able to take off Friday and actually do like the full open to close all
Yeah.
3 days, maybe I could have seen everything. But yeah, spent some time in the learn and plays. That was fun. There's a classic games room, which was open later than other stuff. So Friday, I spent most of my time in that classic games room. And a little bit on the expo hall, which like they said was closed, but like it's only closed in that you can't buy stuff. But people who are doing nothing but demoing, they're still there, even after it closes. So, me and my friend were in the expo hall and we actually found this game. We didn't get to demo it for too long because they were packing up to leave for the night. We only got to play for like 20 minutes and we're like, okay, we like this enough. We're going to have to come back. It's Life Reimagined. So like the original old game of Life. It's very competitive. The whole point is to be the person who has the most money for retirement at the end of the game. This game was cooperative reimagining. And the whole point is trying to make everything better for everybody. And it's still in alpha phase. Like they barely had a playable like board to play on, but I liked it a lot. We were talking with the devs, kind of giving some pointers. I guess they didn't have a lot of people who were like really into games who were doing the playtesting for them. It was a lot of very like casual people who didn't really have feedback. So like we were sitting there like like, oh, this is really cool, but it's also overpowered. You definitely want to like maybe change it in this way, maybe change it in this other way. Oh, you should consider this. You should maybe add this. Like, oh, I heard you talking about this change. Don't do that. So
who was the I'm sorry, I was wondering, who was the developer or who did that?
I don't know if they have a company name. I mean, I have one of their phone numbers.
Oh, you're one of the phone numbers.
I could text her and be like, "Hey, by the way, what's your company name?" But maybe not this late at night.
Or not.
Like I said, it's still very much in like alpha phase, but I see a lot of promise for it. I'm hoping that they're going to be there next year and maybe have like a slightly more updated prototype. But it was really cool. I enjoyed it a lot. Like I said, we went back so that we could do like a full playthrough. It took us about 30 to 45 minutes, I think, to do a full game.
Try to see if they're on Kickstarter, but I can't tell.
Oh, they were definitely not on. They're not at Kickstarter phase yet.
Oh, they're not Kickstarter phase yet? Okay.
No.
Oh, interesting. Okay. I was curious.
They're still working out the kinks of like balance and stuff, and usually Kickstarter is for like, okay, we've got everything set, and now we just need to go to production.
Okay.
And they're not at that stage at all. They're still trying to, like, these people have never made a game at all. They originally tried to make a video game, realized they did not have the technical skills to do a video game, decided to do a board game instead because that does take less technical skills. But they're still working out, like, what are the player pieces going to be like? Right now they're using paper, like they printed out little paper images of the original video game characters that they had and taped them onto some stones so that they had some weight. That's what we're playing with.
That's where you're at. I gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So like it was a lot of fun, but they're still very much working on balance and things like that. Like one of the things I think that they would really benefit from would be a custom dice. Probably two, but especially one. The game can be a little bit punishing if you roll high, surprisingly.
Right. Yeah.
So having a dice that maybe gave you some bonuses or something like that would have made it a little bit easier. And then, like I said, some of the cards were a bit overpowered. So like the game is simultaneously punishing but also too easy.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, PAX, you can do a lot of playtesting for a lot of different games. This is just the one that I really enjoyed. But I know there were a lot of devs there. There's a whole like panel that happens like every day that's just for playtesting games.
That makes sense. So did you have any because like I know a lot of conventions are cosplay. I don't think I saw that many, but did you have remember anyone that stood out to you?
The Crochet Berserker? Did you not see him? There was a dude, anybody who's read the Berserker manga, there was a dude wandering around in a full suit of hand crocheted armor.
Oh wow. Okay.
And then he had a stick that had a crocheted banner on it that said Crochet Berserker. And he just wandered around and like it was quality.
Okay.
It was good. Like the shaping, perfect. No notes.
No notes at all. I remember the one I saw was like, I guess the guy was like wearing this potion shop. Like he was in the window of a shop, but he had like the whole like shelf apparatus, little table.
I didn't get to see that one.
Yeah, so he's walking around with that. Someone actually like put their cup on the thing, thinking it was an actual like person. He was walking around like the whole potion shop entirely.
That's
So yeah.
amazing.
But yeah.
There was a woman walking around and she had a sign that was said like make a death roll save, and she had like a giant D20. So you'd have to roll, and if you didn't roll, I think you had to roll higher than a 10 to make your save. I didn't, and so she gave me a skull and crossbones sticker and said, "Well, I guess you're dead." And I'm like, "Oh, fair." I rolled a 2.
There you go. Nice. Did you have anything funny? I don't know if I didn't have anything funny, but anything funny happened to you while you were there?
Funny.
And just to correct anyone who's listening, I went for 1 day. Faye went for 3 days.
Yes.
So she was there
Yes.
longer than I was. For sure.
Yeah. I can't think of anything like funny that I mean, I did get lost trying to find my way back to that playtest. Because they weren't able to secure the same location for all 3 days.
Oh, so
because
around,
they registered a little bit late, so it was like wherever they could fit in. And so like when I went to go look for them again, I like texted her. I was like, "Hey, where are y'all at?" Because she had texted me their schedule and what she had given me. I'm like, it's like it just doesn't exist on the map. Like what we as convention goers see isn't the same as what the people setting up booths necessarily sees. I'm like, I was like, "Hey, like what you sent me it's not on the map. Can you give me some landmarks?" And she was like, "Oh, like we're between these 3 companies and right next to this company." And I found an area. I found 3 of those markers all next to each other. I'm like, surely it's here then, because that's 3 of them, and I'm probably just blind. And the other one was Magic the Gathering, and I'm like, maybe there's like a table that's selling some Magic the Gathering merch that she can like see from where she's at, but the booth itself isn't Magic the Gathering, is what I'm thinking, right? And I circled for probably 45 minutes trying to find this booth, like just around and around in ever widening circles. I'm like, surely I'm blind. No, clear on the other side of the expo hall. It was just a coincidence. Like she was naming like specific indie booths. Like not like the only big one was Magic the Gathering. All of the rest were indie booths. So you're like, surely there's only the one, right? Nope.
No.
Nope. They had 2. They were a mid-sized indie company, and I did not know that.
Oh, you figured it out at least, right? You figured it out.
I did, but also my feet hurt after that.
I could imagine looking for 45 minutes.
On day 3.
Yeah.
My feet already hurt, and they hurt so much worse. I was so glad when we finally found it, though, because I could sit down and rest. I was like, holy moly, my poor feet.
And I know you capped like the merch you got, so like, can you kind of go over what games you got again?
Oh, right. Okay, so I got 5 board games. I have them here if you want me to show you.
Yeah, sure. Good.
Okay. Board games. Guys, I like board games. So the first one is called Panda Royale. This one is good if you're used to playing games that have a lot of random chance. It's a dice drafting game, so you take turns picking which dice you want. There's different colors. Different colors have different abilities. Then you roll and try to get the high score. So you're trying to be strategic in picking which color, but after that, pray to RNGesus. The next 2 games are both from the same company. So one is Calico, which was the company's first game, I think. It's a game where you are trying to build a quilt, or you're trying to make a quilt that attracts the most cats. And Knitting Circle is the other one, and And yeah, no, it's you're trying to make some garments, and occasionally your kitty steals yarn for you, but you got to make sure you follow your pattern, because if you don't, the kitty will get mad because you made an ugly garment. I didn't plan this well.
That's fine.
There we go. This next one I think is the most aesthetic board game that I will probably ever own. So this is a place for all my books. The concept of this game is that you play as an introvert who collects books, and all of the characters are introverts. So you have your player card is your character's apartment, and you have to do things in your apartment with your books to increase your social battery so that you can venture into the village, which is the communal board, to get more books. And like, obviously the bookstore has limited books, the library has limited books, so you're competing against the other introverts to have the best book collection. It's fun. It's like a 45 minutes to an hour to play if everyone knows the rules. So it probably takes a little longer the first time you play. The other games are approximately like 30 minutes, like 25 to 30 minutes. This one's like 20 minutes, the Panda Royale one. That A Place for All My Books, it is a little bit chewier, like, to get the like, kind of understand what you're trying to do. But once you understand what you're doing, it moves pretty quick. And then this one's more of a party game. So it's called Collectionomics. This game is great if you are someone like me with a bunch of little collections of things, or if you also have a little crow brain. Because like, I collect dice and fountain pens and makeup and crafting supplies and a whole bunch of little random knickknacks, right? And so this game is if you've ever played Cards Against Humanity, you've played something that's kind of got a similar vibe, where like somebody will like pull out an item from their collection and they'll be like, this is the item. And then you play a card from your hand on what you think categorizes that item. But it'll be funny things like, oh, I think this item is evil. It's extremely memeable. It's, I don't know, likely to get stolen by a crow, something like that. And then after everyone's played a card, you have 2 minutes and you all together discuss and you try to convince people to vote for the card that you want them to vote for. So whereas like Cards Against Humanity, you're trying to make one person laugh. In this game, you're trying to convince the entire table to vote for your card.
So wait, so like, is it actual, like, do you need your stuff you have collected, or you just have to like...
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I have not opened it quite yet. And that the way it was pitched to me is you can use your own stuff. I do hear some rattling around, so there might be some things that come with it. But I don't know what or how much.
Okay, that's curious.
It is a game that is designed for you to show off your unique collections.
Nice. Makes sense.
So yeah. Some of these I have found on Tabletop Sim already, specifically Panda Royale and A Place for All My Books are on Tabletop Sim. So I might actually play, if I can get a few, like at least 2 people to join me, I might play this tomorrow on stream.
The only 2 I got was Let's Take a Trip to Japan, which literally is about planning your trip to Japan and actually going on it and measuring your, like, I guess the satisfaction of the mood, depending on what kind of like travel and occasion on that. It seemed interesting. And also Fire Tower, which was like a fire is burning and you're in one of the towers, your friend's in another tower, and you have to get their tower burnt down before the fire burns your tower down. I feel like a lot like looking at the pieces for Fire Tower makes sense because like glowing little flames and like you can visualize that. And I feel like the Tokyo one just seems like planning a trip to Tokyo and actually going on a trip to Tokyo. So it would be interesting to kind of like plan out
That
for sure.
I saw that one when I was buying the 2 cat games, but I hadn't seen like a demo of it anywhere. So
Yeah.
I would be very interested to actually like play that sometime.
Yeah, exactly.
This is in the house and all.
Yeah, it's in the house now for sure. So I think your experience with cons, I guess. I don't know. I think you told me before you went with a group of friends and they're like, what are your non-negotiables? Where you want to go see? What you want to do? So you kind of like had to plan that out. This was like see everything as much as you can in a day and then go around, right? So like, what would you do differently if you had to go back?
I mean, I was still with a friend, so this friend is much more like I want to see everything, which has never actually been the way that I necessarily do conventions. I have always been someone that like I get the map and the like list of events at the very beginning of the con, and I go through and I go like, these are the non-negotiable things that I must do.
Mm-hmm.
And then everything else is a bonus. I would probably go back to doing it that way. This was really rough on my body, and I already struggle with body issues. People from my channel will understand that. But like, yeah, I would probably go through and be like, these are the things I absolutely must see or must do. And then after that, plan in time for rest.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, fill in with any other things that seem cool, even if it's just walking the expo hall.
Yes, most definitely. All right, so there's some like there's a little like achievement unlock bit. I'm gonna kind of go through stuff maybe applied to you, and you tell me if you achieved it or not.
Okay.
So Lion Con Survivor waited in a line longer than 45 minutes and didn't lose your sanity.
No, I didn't wait in any lines.
Okay. Demo Warrior successfully tried a game demo without embarrassing yourself in front of the devs.
Yes.
Okay, so got that one. Okay. Crowd Weaving Master expertly dodged 3+ groups, stopping in the middle of the walkway.
Yes.
Yes, you did. Okay.
Oh yeah. I'm so good at crowd weaving.
There you go. Cosplay Appreciation Pro complimented a cosplayer and asked for a photo.
So many times.
So many times? Okay.
So many times.
Merch Column. Bought something you absolutely didn't need but desperately wanted.
Say that again?
Merch Column. Bought something you absolutely didn't need but desperately wanted.
Oh. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Hey, was it the dice?
So many things that no, because I bought those. No, there was this, it looked like a pocket watch, and you know how I love pocket watches. And it had like a clockwork gears and things on the face, but if you open it up, it was miniature dice inside.
Oh, okay.
And I saw it on Saturday, and I was like, I'm gonna think about it, and then if I still want it tomorrow, I'll pick it up. And I went back. I was gonna get it because I collect dice and pocket watches.
Mm-hmm.
It was sold out, and I regret it. I regret it so much. But yeah, no, I wanted it.
You want to say? All right, perfect timing. Showed up to a booth exactly when the demo spot opened up.
Yes.
Oh wow. Okay. I don't know if this will apply because you do a lot of hydration here. Remember to actually drink water during the con.
Absolutely not.
Okay. All right.
I didn't drink anything at the con. The only time I had something to drink during con hours was Saturday when we left to get lunch.
There you go. Snack strategy of this. Eat at the right time instead of at 2 p.m. with the rest of humanity.
Oh, no.
No. Okay.
No, we waited. Honestly, though, Thai, that place that we went to get lunch at, you and I need to go. It is the cutest Japanese restaurant. You sent me a TikTok about it, actually.
Yeah, I did.
I was like, hey, I was just there. It's so cute, and they have a boba place attached to it.
Ah, okay. Nice.
But we need to go.
There you go. All right, cool. All right, we did it. Map reader extraordinaire. Found a booth on the first try. No wonder you like a lost NPC. So probably not. That 45 minutes walking around looking for it.
Look, we all know that I am directionally challenged. Okay, we don't need to rub that in my face.
Yeah. Well, I don't think you. Well, you have stuff on your line. Did you get a? This is a badge flex accomplishment. Get compliment on your line alert, badge clips, or charm setup. I mean, you added stuff to your badge, but nothing really. No, okay. And swift escape. Successfully exited the expo hall before getting stuck behind a slow-moving conga line.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. There you go.
No, when I want to leave a place, I'm done. I'm out.
True. All right, so that kind of goes to back thing. I feel like this is a Faye episode. We're just like recapping. Well, I was a for Wicked.
I mean, okay, yeah, no, like a lot of the things that have happened this month that I've been doing were because it's my birthday this month.
Yeah, exactly.
So
right.
Sorry for taking over the podcast.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. All right, so this is going to be kind of the upcoming holiday. So it's Christmas. It's coming up. Thanksgiving just passed.
Yeah, you didn't tell us about Thanksgiving because I didn't do anything for Thanksgiving. So what did you do?
Oh, I just went over to my sister's mother-in-law's to eat. So her brother and his wife was there. My mom went with my sister's family. So it's literally me, my sister, my family, and the in-laws, and they are also very well. I guess it doesn't really factor in the Thanksgiving because being Jewish doesn't really have any. Well, except for if they're latkes, but we didn't really have any latkes. But yeah, she created the turkey, had that, and we kind of just ate turkey. I didn't bring anything because I was like, I'm bringing a mouth to eat the food, literally. But
they're bringing a mouth to eat the food. Jesus, yeah. I'm stealing that. That's good.
But yeah, my sister made a salad. Or no, my sister makes salad. She had to point out that her husband and their daughter made the salad. They brought the salad, and then my mom brought a Vietnamese dish. It's called pate choux, but it's pastries with meat inside. So, and also turkeys with the regular, I guess the wife of the brother of my sister's in-laws. They made a broccoli and cheese casserole. There was turkey, of course, with stuffing. We had baked sweet potatoes and standard cranberry sauce. So everything, and gravy also from the turkey. So yeah, I think we ate. I feel like it's low key this year, maybe because she did comment because her brother just had surgery, so she didn't want him lifting the turkey, but the turkey being in a flimsy tray kind of spilled, so she got hot gravy spilled over her. So she had to kind of clean up and then ice pack her, make sure that it didn't get inflamed. That happened maybe an hour or two before we got there. But yeah, yeah. But yeah, that was it. I came back home later after eating, but even with Thanksgiving, before COVID, they pushed a lot of shopping back into Thanksgiving evening, but now after COVID, everything's the day after. So come home, chilled, watch some.
I will say that's one of the things that I do appreciate COVID for, because it was getting ridiculous how far into Thanksgiving the shopping stuff was getting pushed. Stores were opening for Black Friday at 4 or 3 p.m. Thursday, and I'm like, no, that's when everyone's eating dinner.
Yeah, exactly.
Let these people, let these employees have their day with their family. Ding. Mm-hmm. So I'm very grateful that COVID kind of put the kibosh on opening on Thursdays.
Yep, exactly. I did some shopping today. They had to work, sadly, but I got some shopping. I went to Target, and apparently Target has this thing for this like swag bag. I didn't realize until I opened the app that morning and looked at it. I was like, when does Target open? Because I'm up, like might as well just go to
Mm-hmm.
the store if I was already up. So, but I went there at 6:05. They opened at 6, and probably 100 people already lined up and went through and got whatever was in that bag. I don't even know what was in that bag. They're like free, like it's a gigantic reusable shopping bag, but like really bigger, like twice the size, but shiny and silver, and that was all I saw. So I don't know what is even in there. But I feel like this year they really toned down the deals. Like there's not as many deals as I saw. I did come back with a. See, when I do Black Friday shopping, I'm not the typical norm because people would buy stuff for other people. I just buy stuff for myself. so I came back with a combo air fryer toaster oven because I wanted a toaster oven, but also air fry. And he's always complaining that our air fryer is circular and you can't fit anything like
Okay,
square.
first off, I complained one time. Thank you very much.
Well, what? You needed something square, right? Rectangle rather than circle because it's hard to fit.
Yes, there was one time I was trying to make something in there. I'm like, man, if this was square, this would fit, but it doesn't. So now I got to use the oven.
Yeah, but so I got that, and
Also, sir, I would like to point out.
Yes.
That you had told me you wanted one of those as a potential Christmas present, and then you went and bought it for yourself.
I did.
So now that's one less option that I have. Do you know how hard this man is to buy for? Because he does this. Men, starting in October, stop buying yourself stuff. Yeah. This is why you always receive crappy presents, because no one knows what to get you, because the second you have a thought into your head, you give it money and it appears and no one can buy you any gifts. Make an Amazon list, send it to your friends, and let them buy it for you. 1 year. Just
have you checked my wish list on phone?
I'm not answering that. I'm not letting you know anything that I'm trying to do to find you things. I'm gonna still yell about it because we had this discussion last week.
Okay. See, if mom gets me, I see it, I want it, I buy it. You can buy your own Christmas present, no rule against it. Yeah, exactly, Juan.
But if you do that, you're not allowed to open it till Christmas Day, because otherwise it's not a Christmas present.
True. She's got me there too. I also bought an AirTag. And she's like, why did you buy AirTag? You don't have keys, you don't have a purse.
You said, you're like, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna put it on. I'm like, why would you buy that if you don't know what you're putting it on?
True.
I'm right.
That's true. This is funny. Sorry. I already bought Faye stuff, but I know I'm not gonna give it to her until it gets here and at Christmas time. But yeah. So she already has her present coming. Hopefully it gets here before Christmas. But we'll see. But yeah, so like that, and I don't know, that's usually the hit for Thanksgiving, because like Thanksgiving is over and then Christmas right around the corner.
What is your favorite Thanksgiving dish?
My favorite thing?
Give me a side dish.
Stuffing.
Do y'all make it from scratch?
No, she makes it from scratch, but I think it's within the turkey itself. I can't remember. I feel like
okay, so y'all like actually do stuffing.
Yeah. She takes it out. You open your computer tomorrow.
Stuffing and it never touches the turkey, and then half the people say stuffing and they mean like, no, we put that in the bird and then we baked the bird.
Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly. But yeah, don't ever feel stuffing would be it, I think. But like if you've ever been to Wawa and it's the thing up the north, they just get called the gobbler. Because like literally they have turkey like all year round, and it's like for sandwiches and stuff. But they take the turkey, They put it in a bowl. They put mashed potatoes. They put stuffing and cranberry, and then you have Thanksgiving almost every day until they take it away. Once the holidays are over. Yeah. So yeah. Uh, but yeah, the cobbler's a good tradition up here too. They do it in sandwiches. They do it in burritos. I think that's the only two forms I've known. Like they put all the stuff in the sandwich or in the burrito. We have a ham that Faye's gonna have to cook soon. That eventually we'll have ham for like weeks on end because it's a 10 pound, a 10 pound ham.
Yeah, well, we're gonna freeze some of it too. I'm gonna cook it. I'm gonna put it into bags. I'm gonna vacuum seal them, and then.
That's true, but I think talking about gift shopping though, I don't know. It's very interesting because I feel like my family as a whole hasn't really done holidays, so that's probably why Black Friday's kind of like I'm gonna buy stuff for myself, and kind of, you know, kind of just like have that time. But yeah, Faye's right. I'm a very hard man to shop for because usually if I see something and I just go ahead and buy it if it's on sale or such.
A lot of times, the way I find out that he was interested in something is that it suddenly appears in the house, and I'm like, "What's this? When did this get here? How long have you been looking?" And he's like, "Oh, like a week or so." And I'm like, "Okay."
There you go. Yeah. I don't know. Anything else because I know you don't really do much for Thanksgiving, but have you done stuff for Christmas before you moved up here, or kind of the same mood about it?
I mean, I'm still figuring out how I'm gonna handle the holidays in general. Because like I went from doing the holidays with my family to doing the holidays with my now ex-fiance, and then when I left him and moved, like my dad died right before the holidays started, so like that kind of messed up my first holidays, and I really haven't kind of figured out how I'm gonna handle the holidays in general now that like I don't have family and I'm single. So, have I done traditions in the past? Yes, I do have some. Have I been keeping up with them since I've been single? No.
Are you gonna
no idea what I'm doing.
So chat. So a thing showed up the other day, well, a couple weeks ago, and I was looking at it, like, what is this thing? So I had to like Amazon look it up because like I was sitting in the kitchen on the floor and like had wheels and it was flat. So I'm like, what can you put in this? And I realized it's like a container for.
Well, it was supposed to be for flour, but now it's for sugar because I forgot about the sugar. I need to get another one for the flour. I want to do more. I want to go back to doing baking. I used to do a lot of baking around the holidays, specifically around Christmas. Mostly because people are a lot more receptive to random acts of baked goods around Christmas. So like I've got a bunch of cookie recipes that I haven't made in a while that I'd like to make. I want to learn how to make gingerbread cookies, but like the soft kind of gingerbread. I don't like hard gingerbread.
Yeah.
But I want to make gingerbread cookies. I like making homemade caramels. And
wants his bake stream.
I you know what? If I'm making a whole bunch of stuff, I absolutely wouldn't mind doing it on stream. At least, for portions while I'm doing like the mixing and stuff. Yeah, I'll do it. Cause I like making regular chocolate chip cookies. I've got black cocoa, which is not the same as regular cocoa. But I like using that to make double chocolate chip cookies, which like Ty's had my double chocolate chip cookies. They're like, the black cocoa makes it kind of taste almost like a brownie. For anyone who doesn't know what black cocoa is, if you've ever had an Oreo, black cocoa is what gives Oreos the Oreo flavor. I want to make those. I can make the gingerbread, and then if I can get a candy thermometer, I could do all of that on stream one day.
Yeah, candy thermometers in the works. It's coming. Should be soon, hopefully. Yeah. I'm waiting for those cookies. You said them be cooking soon, but I guess.
Yeah, I was gonna cook yesterday, but I was not feeling super. My body hurt yesterday. The temperature, the weather's been doing this, and I think it just got to me. I was feeling very, very achy. I'm still feeling achy today.
Yeah.
But
well, cookies in my future, hopefully soon.
yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
Because I also would like I want like 2 cookies. So I'm gonna make a big batch. It's gonna make like 3 dozen because I don't know how to do anything in halves. And then I'm gonna have like 2 to 4 cookies total. And then Ty's gonna be responsible. Poor Ty is always responsible for my baking. That's the problem though.
Yeah.
Like I made Ty a cake. And I think I ate a sliver that was like this big of the whole thing. And then I was like, I'm done. And the rest is on you, Ty.
I know, that took me many days. And I was like, I can't eat anymore. And it was like 2
half
weeks
of it.
later.
I'm impressed.
Yeah, so it was like a lot. Yeah. I don't know, do you do any other, like, would you even consider, like, because they do a lot of tree lightings. Would you go to a tree lighting this year?
Maybe.
I was curious. Like, would you ever want to venture down to the Christmas market in the Philly? Because usually there's one in Philly during this time also. Alright. Stuff to do. Have you ever seen, there's this light show that's at Wanamaker's, which is like a really old shopping, just like center downtown. And it's like, the light show is like, if you look up, it's like maybe a couple floors high, at least 3 stories high. And it's
interesting.
It's all Christmas light show.
I've never done any of the stuff that you're talking about, just so you know. The closest thing to a light show that I've ever done would have been years ago. I was still young, like a tween maybe, and was visiting Bio Dad for Christmas, and like he lived in an RV, so we couldn't have a Christmas tree or anything like that. So for Christmas spirit, there was this like drive-through light show where they gave you a CD, like you went to the booth, you paid the guy, he gives you a CD, you put it in, and you, as you drive through, as long as you're going the correct speed limit, the CD is designed such that as you pass the different lights, it changes the songs to match the lights. So like it's playing the 12 days of Christmas as you're going through the 12 days of Christmas on like either side of the car. So that was cool, but that's the closest thing to a light show that I've ever been to. And I've never seen a tree lighting before.
Yeah.
Like I've heard of the one that's in New York, but like I don't know, like I've never seen it. I don't really understand the concept of it. Are you just watching them plug in the tree?
Well, okay, so the Rockefeller one you're talking about is very huge. Let me see if I can figure out the size.
Yeah, I know that's like a 20-foot tree or some shit like that. So like the spectacle there is that this tree is way too big to be in a city, yet here it stands.
Yeah, and then like just the lighting of it is like extravagant, and it lights up for I don't know, it's just really tall and decorated. You're right, it's probably just like almost like plugging it in or turning a switch on and it goes whoosh. But it's just the level of grandiose of how many lights are in that tree to light it up is very. I don't think we'll have to watch it online because usually it's online somewhere, but yeah, that takes place. But there's like some of the towns nearby also do local tree lightings, so you can check one of those out too. Nothing in where we live, because our town's so tiny.
Yeah, no, this is a teeny tiny town.
It's a teeny tiny town. But yeah, mom says about the barometric pressure change probably was caused the aches and pains. Also, it reminds you cookies freeze well too. So you can freeze cookies. That's what she said.
Ooh. I've never frozen cookies before, so that didn't even cross my mind. But like part of the reason I don't know how to bake in halves is because my immediate family growing up, like, so that's just my parents, my siblings, the siblings' spouses, and any kids from that marriage, right? That would be what I consider like the immediate family.
Yeah.
That was 25 people growing up. So like when that's your bare minimum for the holidays, like that's your bare minimum count for Thanksgiving, your bare minimum count for Christmas. That's not including like if any aunts or uncles or grandparents or anything like that showed up. When you have a family that large, you don't think about there being extras. I'm doing double batches just to keep up with these gremlins. So
Sure.
like the concept of how to keep or save food is difficult. And I'm learning as I go. Like I have a vacuum sealer now, so we'll go and buy stuff from Costco, and then I'll spend an afternoon vacuum sealing and putting it into the freezer. We're still figuring out what can be frozen.
Today. Carrots. Dang it! I know I forgot something. Yeah.
That's okay. Yeah, like I'm still learning like what can be frozen and what can't, and honestly, the internet does not help much with figuring that out.
Yeah.
So that's been a thing. Mon, do I freeze the cooked cookies, or am I freezing the dough? Get with me on DM Discourse. I've got questions. I should have just asked Mon from the beginning. Mon probably knows what the fuck to do.
Ah, there you go.
I don't know why I'm making this hard on myself.
No. Would you ever go
don't
see...
vacuum seal croissants. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Would you ever... Have you seen a Nutcracker thing? I'm sure if you have.
Yeah, we had one.
Oh, the Nutcracker?
Like the little wooden guys, and you move the thing in the back and his mouth drops?
The actual play. Nutcracker play.
Oh, have I seen the play, the Nutcracker? I saw a school rendition of it, but it was like middle schoolers. It wasn't terrible, but I'm sure I missed some stuff.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's something else with the holidays. I feel like that's my epitome is cookies, the Nutcracker, and then lighting. Well, I never go to lighting stuff, but like I went one year. There was an event in Philly where it was like Christmas Wonderland. Like you go around, you can drink hot chocolate, and there are like vendors selling different like things for like cider or something like cold. And there was a slide where you went up and like slid down the long slide on like a cloth to the bottom. So like it's like a winter, and like lights displays of like Phillies and the love sign. So different things to do around holiday time. We have to get Faye in the holiday mood. Last time she was here last year, she was still recovering from moving and being in the car for like 9 days.
Yeah, I was not. We apparently had a conversation yesterday morning, that apparently we had almost a verbatim.
Yes.
Last year, and I have no recollection of this because I was not human.
Yes. She needed to decompress for sure. So this holiday might be a little different because she's settled in and can do stuff about.
It also didn't feel like Christmas last year.
Yeah, because you came so late in the year too. I feel like you didn't have time to adjust yet. You're like, what is this cold weather? I'm just trying to like get adjusted.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we'll see what more holiday stuff we might update everyone next month and see what holiday stuff Faye's got up to. Might be another Faye-centric episode. You never know. So,
well, I didn't try to make it Faye-centric this time. I am so sorry that it came off that way.
That's fine. We already have so many things to talk about because it's like no guests. Usually we try to find a guest in there and just with both of us. We're just like, what have we been doing for the last month, pretty much? So
yeah, it's hard to ask. Like, what was your first impression of Wicked? Because you'd already seen it a month earlier.
That is like, true. Well, all right.
Like, you can make fun of me.
There you go. All right. So we're at that point of the podcast where we talk. Do you have hyperfixation? I feel like you're saying You're still on the same one from last month.
Well, which one do you think that is?
Knitting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing the knitting thing. It's getting cold. It's giving me cozy vibes. I've got 2 knitting projects on my needles right now. So one is this shawl.
Yeah.
Got all these pretty beads in here for shinies. I don't wear shawls. I'm making this for the fun of it. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this after. I don't know. Anybody want to buy a shawl? And then I've got a hat on my needles in my room for a friend. So that's my current projects. I'm going through my yarn stash and trying to figure out what I can make with what I already have.
All right.
And I'm realizing that I was not smart in the way that I collected. Honestly, it probably isn't that I wasn't smart when I bought it. I think not all of my yarn made it up to Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I think I'm missing yarn. I think a bag went missing because some of the amounts that I have don't make sense. I'm like, why would I have done this? But
You thought my sister would be like, hey, do you have any yarn you want? I can buy off you.
Yeah. Yeah, I might. And then I have gone to a yarn store that was, nice enough that I could probably get some stuff from. And honestly, the internet exists. I can find yarn online.
Is there any difference between, I guess, the type of yarn, like if it was like alpaca or wool or I don't know what other kind of...
Yeah, those are completely different fiber types.
Oh, okay.
Alpaca is... So, those are both animal fibers.
Yes.
And they're both very warm. And that's about where the similarities end.
Yeah.
Alpaca tends to be lighter, softer, and fuzzier than wool is. So alpaca has a little bit of, it's called a halo, where the little hairs kind of stick up out of the yarn. And it kind of creates this little, like I said, halo effect. I really like alpaca. It's one of my favorite to work with because it is so soft, and I'm a very sensory person, so that is I genuinely enjoy working with alpaca. This that I'm working with right now is wool. This is a wool shawl, so it'll be warm even though it's got these lace holes in it. It'll still be a pretty warm shawl, and because it's wool, it's good insulation. It doesn't absorb water immediately. It can't handle being downpour rain, but if it's lightly snowing, not heavy snow, but lightly snowing, it won't really absorb in. It'll kind of fluff off before it gets too wet. So
makes sense. Oh, I saw you a visit to the alpaca farm. I have to look that up.
That would be so... I love alpaca so much. I love alpaca so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's definitely one of my hyperfixations right now. And then I have a song that I'm hyperfixated on right now. It's been on repeat for the last 2.5 weeks.
Talk of this.
It's called Feed Us Your Girls by Lydia the Bard.
Okay.
I think last year I had a hyperfixation on a different song that she wrote. Mm-hmm. You probably remember me describing it. It's the one that feels like you're having a panic attack. The type of... What was the name of it? I know it when I see it, but I'm dumb.
Give me a moment. You said it on stream.
Afraid of Quiet is the name of the song. But the way that the song is the way that it's sang, it's so fast, the words are just spilling out of you, and it feels kind of like you're hyperventilating. And then you get into the chorus and you can finally take a breath and calm down a little bit, which is literally what the chorus is talking about, just taking a breath and calming down and things like that. So it very much, it feels like the song sounds like what a panic attack feels like.
Right.
And so yeah, she's put out a new song recently. It's called Feed Us Your Girls. I really like it. Give it a listen.
Yeah.
It's a little
All
bit
right.
angry, but you know.
Lydia the Bard, folks. So Lydia is spelled Lydia, the Bard. So, do you think this will last? Can we predict like next month? Are you going to still be knitting by the end of the year?
Ooh. Assuming I can figure out another project, either only using what I have or only having to buy a small bit of extra yarn, yes, I will still be knitting. If I can't find another project to cast on, because like I have 2 projects going because I was getting close to finishing the shawl, so I went ahead and cast on the next project, so I already have that lined up. If I haven't found something else to cast on by the time I finish the hat, which I won't finish that until well after I finish the shawl, then I probably will like flounder for a bit. So that's going to be the deciding factor, I think.
I will have to look stuff up and see if something you can make. All right. All right, so we will see if she has another project by next month and if they have a different hyperfixation. So, truth be told, we'll see come next month. But yeah, so kind of recapping, it's kind of been the holiday episode. We kind of touched base on, not necessarily the holidays itself, but everything that happened this month, which included Wicked, including going to PAX, and then also included, I guess, general holiday traditions and how last year Faye was still decompressing, but now she's fully here. So expect many cookies. Also, many cookies to be frozen, because Thai can only eat so many cookies at one time.
You know that was an option. So yeah, now we're just gonna have so many cookies.
Yeah, exactly. So, and then next month's episode, Faye and I will talk again because it's gonna fall between Christmas and New Year, so it's gonna be interesting to see. Let me look at the calendar.
Well, won't it?
Yeah, let me see the calendar. We may have to like aim it for like.
Oh yeah, the last Friday's the day after Christmas.
Yeah, so we have to kind of figure out. We'll figure out. We see if we could do another Thai and Faye Centric one, or maybe find someone who's available. You never know. So we'll wait and see on that. But since that, I guess Faye's birthday is tomorrow, folks. Faye's
Yeah, it is.
So give us what is going on tomorrow. Let everyone know in podcast land and streamland.
I'm gonna be doing a 12-hour stream on my channel tomorrow. I'll be starting. I'm gonna be honest. I don't have a solid start time because I am not setting an alarm on my birthday. Forget that. But I will probably start sometime between 9 and 10. That's about when I get up. And thank you, Mon. It will start off very similarly to my Sunday morning streams, which is like I'll probably get up, get some breakfast, bring it upstairs, start streaming, chat while I'm doing my makeup, and then do something cozy for a little bit while I'm still waking up. And then in the afternoon, I'm hoping that some of my friends, I've reached out to a few people to just kind of see if they'd be interested, but they're gonna. We all have ADHD. We all have a hard time planning things. So when they're available, they'll let me know, and we're going to try to do some multiplayer stuff. I think Ty's going to join me. Waka's going to try to join me. Ghost, I think, is going to try to join in. Dr. Beer might join later in the evening for like maybe a spooky game or something. Ty and I have floated a few 2-player options. If I can get a few people online.
Oh, no, it's too long. I was thinking about this, but you got scared the last time. It's your fear of the deep ocean.
Oh. No, okay, so we do need to try that again, but remember when I got corrupt? Well, no, like some of my games got corrupted when I was trying to do the work on my computer. I found a few games that got corrupted, and that was one of them.
Oh, too bad.
So I would have to do a fresh install on it.
Gotcha.
I'm not sure if that itself is what corrupted it, or if it was when I moved it to a different hard drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like it could have been a different time, but yeah, no, I'd have to reinstall. So let's put that on the docket of things. But
Yes,
it will
to
not be a
do.
tomorrow thing.
I just remembered the scene. It's so great. It's literally I was like you're fighting aliens, face huggers, and then you could see on face screen she like is in the moth just like going and then like she gets turned around and like this monster comes out of nowhere and it's just like you hear from her and she's quiet.
Did you just hear me scream bloody murder?
Yeah, she screamed bloody murder and then she's like she's not even on camera at this point, she's just like quietly hyperventilating to herself probably. And they're like, all right, I have to go. And that was the end of that section of my, I guess, long stream day that I was doing. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to do that again. I will be avoiding that ship though, because what the fuck was that?
Leviathan.
Terrifying. Nightmare fuel.
Those are terrifying. They're very terrifying. So the game we're talking about, if you don't want to know, was Subnautica. So, but Subnautica has a mod, or there's a mod out there that allows for 2 players, and we were trying to do this at one point when they were still in Texas, but internet did not allow it. But since we're on the same network now, it allows it.
Might be easier. Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe one day we'll be back to Subnautica, and Faye's terrified of the Leviathan following her, stalking her everywhere.
For someone who doesn't play a lot of spooky games, you sure like making me scared. So have y'all noticed? I'm being bullied, chat. Have y'all noticed he doesn't pick the games that are like actual scary games? He picks the games that specifically fuck with my phobias.
True. That is true. Chained Together was another example of that too. Height simulator, but heights.
Which you didn't even warn me about. You're just like, there's this fun game. You and Keely could play together. I'm like, oh, cool. I love playing with Keely too. Let's do it. Did not tell me that it was a height game.
True. But yeah. All right. So catch it tomorrow. Start time, I guess 9 or 10, depending on when you wake up. And she'll be going from 9 to
from whatever time I start to 12 hours later.
Yes. Chat, remind Armand, also remind me that we have to feed her halfway through. So
I did not make plans for food for this.
Yeah, so Mon, remind us. Remind her tomorrow, say Thai, you need to feed Faye halfway through the stream. So
there was 0 plans of me eating.
Yes, I will be like at the door with a plate. You'll see a plate go into view and there's like, oh thanks. And then there you go. She'll have nourishment for the rest of the stream. So yeah. So literally that's what it'll look like. So yeah. But alright, so that'll be tomorrow. I will be back on Sunday for some more Tarkov, so that'll be on Sunday. Thanks, well, Faye's here. Faye's always here. She's never not here. If not here, it'll be a single man podcast.
No, but it's fun to just get to chat about what's been going on with us.
Oh yeah, true.
We got to adventure and things.
Exactly. But thank you, Alcars. And this will conclude.
Thank you, chat, for hanging out with us this year.
Yes.